Hi students, today I am going to take class 10th Maths chapter 1 real numbers. So what are real numbers? Real numbers are those numbers that can be represented in the number line. So all the numbers that you can represent in the number line are called real numbers. So let's just recall what are numbers that you already know. Natural numbers. Natural numbers are the counting numbers like 1, 2, 3, etc. Next, whole numbers. Whole numbers are natural numbers along with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 comes as whole numbers. Then you already know integers. Integers are the negative as well as positive numbers. So here negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 comes under integers. So all these you are familiar with, natural, whole numbers and integers. So if you check this diagram, you can see that the real numbers are basically divided into rational as well as irrational numbers. And you can also see these natural numbers, integers and whole numbers all come under rational numbers. So let's see what rational numbers are. Rational numbers are those numbers that can be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. So let's start with an example. Let's take the natural number 3. 3 can be represented as 3 by 1, where it is of the form p by q. Here p and q are integers. 3 and 1 are integers and q is not equal to 0. Any natural number, like we have taken the example 3, likewise any natural number can be represented in the p by q form where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. So next let's take the example of whole numbers. Let's take the example of 0. So 0 can be written as 0 by 1, which is of the form p by q, where p is 0, so 0 is included in the integers, and q is 1, that is also coming under the integers. So p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So this is also satisfying the definition of rational numbers. Next, let's come to the integers. So integers are negative and positive numbers along with the 0. So we have already discussed about the natural and whole numbers. So natural and whole numbers and the negative numbers form the integers. So let's take an example of a negative number. So negative 5. Negative 5 can be represented as negative 5 by 1, where negative 5 by 1 is of the form p by q, where p and q are integers. That is, negative 5 also comes under integers, 1 also comes under integers. So all these are rational numbers. Now, what is an irrational number? An irrational number are the numbers that cannot be represented of the form p by q. So rational numbers are the numbers that can be represented in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Irrational numbers cannot be represented in the p by q form. So let's take examples of irrational numbers. You are familiar with the numbers like root 2, root 3, pi, etc. All these comes under irrational numbers. So what is the value of root 2? Root 2 is 1.414. The value of root 3 is 1.732. The value of pi is 3.14. These are non-recurring. You will be just approximating it to these numbers. So let's see if all these rational and irrational numbers can be represented in the number line, because we have given the definition of real numbers as real numbers are those numbers that can be represented in the number line. So first let's see the natural numbers. So here in the number line, you can write the natural numbers. That is 1. It can be represented in the number line. These are the natural numbers. Now along with that, if you add the 0, it becomes the whole numbers. So whole numbers can also be represented in the number line. Now, just check the negative numbers. You can write the negative numbers too in the number line. So all the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers are coming under the rational numbers. These can be represented in the number line. So all the natural numbers, whole numbers and integers can be represented in the number line. Now let's check the irrational numbers, whether it is coming under the real numbers. So irrational numbers, you have taken the example root 2. Root 2 is 1.414. So 1.5 is somewhere in the middle of 1 and 2. So 1.414 will be somewhere here. So it is root 2. Root 2 can be represented in the number line. Similar way, root 3 is 1.732. So it can also be represented here as root 3. So from here you can understand that all the rational as well as irrational numbers can be represented in the number line, and all those numbers that can be represented in the number line are called as the real numbers. Like 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 2 by 8, all these are in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. So all these can be represented in the number line. I would like to add one important note here. As many of you may think why root 2 cannot be represented in the form P by Q. So we'll just check. Root 2 by 1. This you may think it is of the form P by Q, but here in place of P you have root 2. That is, P is not among the integers. What we have learned is rational numbers are those numbers that can be written in the P by Q form where P and Q are integers. So here in irrational numbers, P does not come under integers. So you cannot represent rational numbers in the form P by Q. The next topic is Euclid's division lemma. So this is the first theorem that is discussed in your chapter 1, that is Euclid's division lemma. From the name itself you can understand it's something related to the divisibility. A lemma is a proven statement that is used to prove some other statements. So let's see what Euclid's division lemma is. Its definition is, given positive integers a and b, there exist unique integers q and r satisfying a is equal to bq plus r, where r is greater than or equal to 0 and less than b. An example to prove the Euclid's division lemma. 17 and 6. 17 and 6 are two positive integers of the form a and b. So let's take 17 as the dividend and 6 as the divide. How many times will 6 go in 17? 2 times. So 6 into 2 is 12. So you get 5. So here 5 is called the remainder, 2 is called the quotient, 6 is the divisor and 17 is the dividend. So you can write here, this is the dividend, 6 is the divisor, 5 is the remainder and 2 is the quotient. So when you express this, you can write dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So here the dividend is 17. 17 can be written as divisor. Divisor is 6 into quotient. Quotient is 2 plus remainder. Remainder is 5. That is 12 plus 5. 12 plus 5 is 17. So from this you can say any two positive integers. If you take any two positive integers, it can be represented in the form A is equal to BQ plus R, where R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. B is the divisor.